If you found out by accident that your 17-year-old was selling pills at his high school, and you knew your wife would handle it differently than you would, do you tell her or handle it yourself? Jacob is our oldest. He's 19 now, freshman at a state school I won't name. The time I'm talking about, he was 17, junior year, looking at colleges, generally what we called a good kid. In October of his junior year, I borrowed his charger because mine had died. His phone was on the kitchen counter, screen up, and a message popped in from a contact saved as M. The message said, and I am going to quote it because I have replayed it for 2 years. The message said, "Still got 20 of the orange ones, bro. Need by Friday." I stood there for 10 seconds, then I scrolled up further. I did not unlock the phone. I did not need to. I read 40 messages in the visible thread. Then I read 14 more from a contact called Dispenser. Then I put the phone face down. I made dinner. I asked Jacob about his AP bio paper. He told me he had an A on it. I gave him a high five. My wife Sarah was at her sister's that night. I sat in our bedroom at midnight and I thought about telling her. I thought about it from 11 to 3. Sarah is the better parent, we both know it. She is steadier, she is calmer, she does not panic, she does not yell. She would have known what to do, she would have done it well. I did not tell her. I went to Jacob the next afternoon and I told him I had seen the message. I told him I had not unlocked the phone. I told him I knew. He cried for 40 seconds and then he stopped crying because he is the kind of kid who can stop crying when he decides to. He told me it was Adderall. He told me it was just Adderall. He told me he had been buying it from his cousin's friend in Connecticut, breaking it down, selling it for finals. He told me he had 30 pills left in his desk drawer. I made him bring them downstairs. I watched him grind them in the kitchen sink with the back of a spoon. I told him if I ever saw a message like that again, I would call his mother before I called him. I told him he was done. He said okay. The Adderall part of it was true. The other part of it, the part I learned later because I started checking, was that for 3 weeks in November he had been selling something else. Not Adderall, I do not want to write it. I will say it was something I had a real reason to be afraid of, and he stopped on his own by Thanksgiving, and I do not know why he stopped and he has never told me. I asked once. He said he was just done. I did not push. Sarah still doesn't know. Sarah thinks junior year was a good year. She is proud of Jacob. She tells people Jacob is a good kid. She is right that Jacob is a good kid. She is also a person from whom I have hidden the most dangerous month of our son's life. Jacob is a freshman now. He is doing well. He texted me a picture of his midterm grade on biology last week, and I told him I was proud of him, and I meant it. Sarah and I had dinner that night, and she told me Jacob's grades were a credit to both of us, and I said yes, they are, and we clinked glasses, and I felt the same thing I have felt at every dinner with Sarah since October of 2023, which is that I am sitting next to my wife and lying to her with my face. Sarah would have handled it better. I keep coming back to that. I am still not going to tell her. Jacob would tell her himself if he wanted to. He has not. That has become the agreement between us, and we have not spoken about it. What would you have done? Tell me in the comments.